What a beauty. What a beauty. When I show this, I want everybody to say, what a beauty. Ready? I know we are on Zoom, but let's try. Okay, try unmuting and let's do it. What a
beauty.
What
What a beauty.
beauty.
What a beauty.
What a beauty.
Thank you so much. And thank you especially for acknowledging me that I'm beautiful. Thank you. A long time ago in Japan, stood near him with a broken slipper. He took his rag, wrapped it, fixed it, gave it to her, and saw her face.
Sorry, you just hung there for a moment. I don't know if that was for everybody. Right at the start of the story,
Okay.
So could you mind starting again? We don't need to tell you how beautiful you are again, otherwise your head won't fit on the screen. But just go from your once upon a time. You just suddenly hung there,
Right.
and we lost about half a minute.
Oh gosh.
Take two.
So, a long time ago in Japan, a farmer worked really hard. And on one of his hard-working days, a woman stood near him with a broken slipper. He took it and his rag, wrapped it, fixed it, gave it to her, and saw her face. And she too saw his. They stared at each other for a while, and love blossomed. Finally, the woman asked, "Will you marry me?" And he agreed. They married, and trouble began. Now you'll ask me, Alvin, marriage is equal to trouble. What's the big deal about it? No, but this is a different sort of trouble. The farmer stopped working. He did not go to the field at all. He kept looking at his wife's face and said, "What a beauty, what a beauty, what a beauty," from morning till night. The wife pleaded, "Please go to work, please go to work, please go to work." Reluctantly, he went to the field with his hoe, made a mark on the ground, immediately rushed back to the house, looked at her face and said, "What a beauty, what a beauty, what a beauty." The wife was fed up. She thought of a plan. She hired a painter and made a portrait of herself, gave the picture to her husband, and pushed him to the field. The farmer pasted the picture on a tree, took his hoe, made a mark on the ground, looked at the picture, and said, "What a beauty." Made a mark on the ground, looked at the picture, and said,
"What a beauty."
Made a mark on the ground, looked at the picture, and said, "What a beauty." Finally, he worked hard again. Until one day, the picture rose up high in the air, flew over the mountains, across the forest, and landed inside the castle garden of the feudal lord Tono-sama, who watched that piece of paper flying into his castle, ordered his guards to pick it. They gave the picture of the farmer's wife to him. He looked at it. What a beauty. Does anybody know who this woman is? And one of the guards said, "Lord, that is the farmer's wife." "I don't care whose wife she is. I want her now." Immediately, the guards went to the farmer's house. They caught her. But before she left, she gave her husband 3 peach stones and said, "Come back with the peaches. Come back with the peaches. Come back with the peaches." On reaching Tono-sama's castle, the wife lost all her happiness. She did not smile. Tono-sama gave her precious jewels, splendid dresses. No matter what he did, she did not smile. She was not happy at all. And this made Tono-sama really angry and irritated. But far away, The farmer was sad. He planted the 3 peach stones which his wife had given him and waited. After 3 years, the peach stones became peach trees with a lot of fruits in it. He collected all the peaches, stored it in 2 baskets, carried them over his shoulders, and walked to the castle garden. But you know very well that guards would not let him in easily, so they kicked him out. But he walked around the castle saying, "Peaches, peaches, don't you want some peaches? Peaches, peaches, don't you want some peaches?" This reached his wife's ear, who was inside the castle. Listening, she smiled. And seeing her smile, Tonosama wondered, "Oh, that peach peddler is making her smile. Call him in." Thus, the guards pushed the farmer inside the castle, and he, with his baskets over his shoulders, said, "Peaches, peaches, don't you want some peaches?" The farmer's wife now and seeing her so happy, Tonosama was confused. How come that peach peddler is making you so happy? Hey, you, give me your peaches. The farmer gave him his baskets. He put them, Tonosama now put them over his shoulders, and he said, "Peaches, peaches, don't you want some peaches?" But the wife this time, she was like, Tonosama was furious. He said, "How could this be? Hey, I know. You, give me your dresses. Sorry, you give me your clothes." Thus, the farmer and Tonosama exchanged their clothes. Tonosama wearing the garb of the farmer with the peaches over his shoulders said again, "Peaches, peaches, don't you want some peaches? Peaches, peaches, don't you want some peaches?" But the wife, "Peaches, peaches, don't you want some peaches? Peaches, peaches, don't you want some peaches? Why don't you smile? Why don't you smile?" The wife replied, "It's difficult to be a peach peddler. You must go out and practice. Try going around the streets and practice your skill. Maybe that will help you." So saying, she pushed Tonosama out of the castle and locked the gate. And she warned the castle guard, "Never let that peach peddler in." And from that day, the farmer's wife and her loving husband, the farmer, lived in Tonosama's castle. But what happened to Tonosama? What a beauty. What a beauty. And that's the end of the story. Thank you. Thank you.